Hey, so your Amazon PPC is not working? Well, in this video, you are going to find different solutions for different problems that pop up and stop your Amazon PPC from working. In the description, we're going to have timestamps for different parts of the video for comfortable navigation of the video. And today I'm accompanied by Kris and Adrian from Amvisible. It's an agency for Amazon sellers, and also AdFixer. It's Amazon PPC automation software. So all the links to their stuff is going to be in the description with the best offers and different discounts for what they do. And also other videos that we've previously created. We spoke one time about how their tools work, how AdFixer works. There's a video for that. And another video we have done is Amazon PPC worth it at all? So it's all linked also in the description. Guys, can you introduce yourselves? And then we're going to dive into why Amazon PPC is not working for people and how can we fix it and all that. So welcome.
So my name is Hristo. Pleasure to meet you. I'm a co-founder of AdFixer and also Amvisible, the agency. And here is my colleague, Adrian.
Yeah, nice to meet you. I'm Adrian, as my colleague said. I'm also a co-founder of AdFixer and Amvisible. We started this thing together. We're still together. That's it about us.
Pretty cool. Yeah, welcome back to the channel, guys. So yeah, I mean, you've been running PPC for many people. Your software deals with PPC as well. So if it's not working for someone, let's try to dive into this topic kind of step by step. Why is it not working for people? Like, let's see different stages, maybe how to fix them.
The first thing that I would do if my PPC is not working is not look at it at all. Look at my listings. Look at the way I present my product. That's the way we would go in our current process. Look at, consider Amazon as like a store. Your product is at the shelf with all other products. You need to find a way to make your product visible and make people want to take that off the shelf and take it home. You have to be very careful with your featured image because that's the first thing statistically people look into. So you have to A/B test that before considering giving high budgets to your PPC. You need to see with the featured image in variation. Let's say you sell bed sheets. We kind of got into the bed sheets story. So you sell bed sheets. You're looking at different mockups. You see the bed sheet standing in a room. Is that working for you, or is it only the bed sheet? The design, you have to try a lot of stuff out to see if actually people like that, if they click on it. After that, you go into the impressions. You see how much impressions you have, what is your click-through rate. If it's low, it's probably either bad targeting or your listing doesn't have the right image. The next step after the image is the title. So people often make their titles long and they leave out important information at the end of the title, which is a really bad way to go because people see the first 70 characters from your title. So you need to put all the benefits that your product has or every important information that makes a buyer click on it there. And when they see first 70 characters, that's where you put all the important information. Later on, you can put other information there for ranking purposes or if you think that's important, but the most important stuff is there. That's the way to go for your click-through rate. The next step is going into the campaigns, seeing if your targeting is correct. So one thing people do often is they create campaigns with keywords on broad or in phrase, and they don't really look into the search terms of those keywords. So for the people that don't know what a keyword and search term is and the difference, a keyword is what you bid on. So let's say you bid on bed linen or bed sheets, but the search term is what people actually write. So they may write bed sheets, size XL, king size bed, something like that. And a lot of the times people don't really look into the search terms. And I think that's very important because you may think of the keyword not working, but in actuality, it's going to be you have a lot of search terms and some of them are not working. Yeah, you need to dive into the PPC and look what is your targeting. Of course, there's a lot of A/B testing there also because at the beginning, you're not really sure what keywords work for you. But this is a case where you kind of know what is working for you. In this way, you cover the click-through rate and you can increase it. After that, when people log in, when people go into the listing, they're gonna look at the other pictures. Most of the times, the first thing they do is look in the other pictures, and after that, they go into the bullets. This is purely the visual stuff, the designs that they're gonna see. So you have to win them over. If you have to A/B test that also with the second image, the third image, but you have to put in a lot of infographics there, a lot of benefits, because most of the times people are gonna look into other products. You have to show them why they should pick you in the first seconds. So they log in, they go into the listings, and they look at the other photos. They gotta see infographics. They gotta see every benefit that you have, every one of your selling points. And after that, they go into the bullets. They see, okay, additional information for that product. One thing that it's important to note here is that you have to have keywords in those bullets that you want to rank on. So let's say if your title has 4 or 5 main keywords that you want to rank on, you have to include them in the bullets. A good way to do that is to include one keyword in one bullet. So let's say you want a bed linen, the size, if it's bamboo, if it's satin, or all sorts of information. And you need to do that in the bullets. Let's say information a little bit about the material that it's made from. You want to rank on that keyword. For of course, the bed linen part, the bed sheets part, you need to include it into another bullet also. But you need also to keep in mind not to make it blatantly obvious that you're using those keywords and only for that purpose. The Amazon user that goes into your listing needs to see that you want to provide maximum value to make them understand about the product, make them want to buy it. Stuff like that is very important. And when people say my PPC is not working, a lot of the times they haven't considered that their listing is the problem. You know, they have to follow certain standards. They have to have a certain number of images. Video is very important for a lot of brands. They don't look into the titles. They don't look into the bullets. Most of them don't have even A+ content, which is very important. That's one of the main problems with the PPC not working. Other problem is purely PPC. You know, they don't do the target really well. Let's say a certain product is bought at night or in the middle of the day. A lot of people don't go into that. They don't go into the extra information that Amazon brings them. They don't look at the brand analytics. You know, in brand analytics, you can look up a lot of information. What is being searched at the moment? What is the top ASIN for that search? You can look at repetitive orders from clients. Let's say you can see if clients buy our product, do they buy it again? That's something that people don't usually see, because if you have high ACOS, but you have high repetitive orders, that's also good, because okay, you spend 50% ACOS on one keyword, that's your break-even point, but after that, if a client buys it 10 more times, it's really good for you. It's all about the data and how you interpret it and how you create your strategies with the PPC and how you link it with the visuals. You know, they go hand by hand. And I'm rambling.
No, it's good, man. It's good. I agree with
also,
what you mentioned.
We call it the golden rule. Like when someone clicks on your listing, you have 3 seconds to interpret it with him, because he's looking for a specific type. Like say the bed sheet is made out of cotton. He looks specifically for cotton. You have to know. You have it in the title, also in the bullet points, and also a metric where cotton comes from. It's high quality, if it's 100% cotton or something like that.
And also the price, I would add to that, guys. Sometimes maybe price can be also tested, because maybe Amazon PPC is not working for people because maybe they're overpriced for whatever reviews they have and whatever main picture they have and their title. Maybe the price doesn't justify it. You know, if maybe your premium price, of course, a lot of reviews will help, but also I think a neatly created title that speaks, well, kind of one of the first points, right, that we mentioned, and pictures that kind of justify this price. So maybe the listing would look more premium. So then maybe it will work, but maybe it's just good to test it out, also lower it down, bring it a bit higher to see what's going on with the price too. Yeah.
Also, so this is very important. Like if you have a premium product, you have to tell them what it's made from. Like for the simple stuff, like microfiber is the cheapest. The next one is cotton. And then in terms of bedline, because we're speaking on bedline, this is the material which is made from. You have to consider that, like if it's from satin, it's gonna be a premium product, which is very expensive. And this material is anti-allergic, and it can benefit your sleep and some sort of like that. The next is cotton, like the price range is in between. It's a little bit more kind of the premium, but also a little bit cheaper. And if you're selling microfiber, you have to look also the price and how you manufacture it.
Yeah, basically, we didn't speak about price because we got the presumption that if a person is going to be selling, he made the research. That's a very fair point, what you said there. If you haven't done your research prior to launching your product, that's also very bad, and that also can be a part of why your PPC isn't working, because you can't just slap a title premium on something that isn't premium just because your manufacturing price is higher. You have to show the people that you put in time, you put in effort, you tested it with people. It really feels different. And even if people buy it, they will see it's not premium. If it really isn't premium, they're gonna leave a bad review. Correct. And you have to start all over again. You have to be fully transparent with the people. Don't use tactics that can impact your sales in the long term, because you're gonna get some sales now, but in the long term, you can't really rank that product. The PPC is gonna really crash down, because if a person sees a 3-star review, they're not gonna buy it. Yeah, what I would recommend is looking into the data and know how to interpret it. I started talking about something about the Dayparting too. Also, something that I see a lot of people aren't using. Let's say if your sales are in the morning, if your sales are in the night, you're selling after 6-7 p.m. really good, and you blow all your budget in the morning, of course, that's a reason why your PPC isn't working, because you didn't do the Dayparting stuff. Because if you have lower bids in the morning, you don't blow all your budget, and then you have higher bids for the time you actually sell. That's gonna work well with your PPC. Also, I would say don't give keywords so much time, because a lot of people are thinking that the keyword is working. They're bidding high on it. They think it's very important for their product, but it simply just doesn't work. And you wait 50 clicks before you remove it. I think that's also something that a lot of people do. And also, when that keyword is overspending that much, it doesn't leave room for the other keywords to prove themselves, because all your budget is blown on one keyword, let's say. This is more of a structure problem. A lot of people don't structure their campaigns properly. You have to have a strategy, then build a structure for the campaigns for that specific strategy, and then work with the historical data from those campaigns. I think that's the best way to go at it. Know what you're doing, basically, before you start doing it. Don't create a auto campaign with all the suggestions from Amazon. Don't slap keywords in manual campaign if you don't know what is the purpose of that, because that's just gonna blow money.
That's why we create AdFixer, actually.
Yeah,
tell people.
Yeah. Would you like to tell us about AdFixer as well? We have another video where we show how to use it, but for those who are watching now, like those who might have the problems what we mentioned beforehand, there's software that you have guys created, AdFixer. Can you just tell us like how it works a little bit and how it can help us? We're going to have in the description free trial and discount as well for AdFixer for people to check it out. But how can it help with these things? So it can help us make our PPC work, actually.
Yeah, so I'm going to do just a quick intro. It's a Amazon PPC automation tool. Yeah, it creates campaigns and it optimizes them daily. That's the overview of the app. We have different strategies on there. So basically, we hop on a call, you tell us what is your problem, what current stage are you in, do you have prior experience to Amazon PPC, do you have some data, all of the stuff. And then based on that, we make a suggestion, try this strategy out with us. It does all the structure. Basically, you click on create campaign, you type in all the data like daily budget, what the exact products that you want to advertise, and your targeted ACOS, and from there on, it does everything for you. So you don't have to worry about everything that we mentioned up till now.
Yeah, we're going to have again a link to that video appearing in the description, which explains how to use it. It's really simple. Actually, it's a few clicks, but still that can be helpful for people. So basically you connect your Seller Central to AdFixer. You choose like which marketplace you want to have it on. And basically it automatically creates a series of what's called a funnel that starts from research first. So it will harvest good keywords, then we'll take them to the next step where I guess it will check if these keywords are good. And then it will bring it to a level where, your PPC is at the level that you want it to be. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that's how, I hope I did a good job in explaining it. You guys can help people with that. So if when they are investing in the software, you can hop on a call with them to kind of give them some strategy maybe. And if you want to, I'm talking now to the viewer, if you want the guys fully to take it off your hands, they also have an option where they just do that for you. Like they fully onboard your PPC, I guess, and just take it from A to Z. So it's also in the description through the link. It's possible to see like the pricing and everything. So Amazon PPC not working. What else maybe we haven't touched on that would be useful? I think we went through the pictures, like the creatives, title, bullet points, all these things that need to be optimized. Maybe category as well. Let's add it to that as well. Backend keywords, like everything is optimized. Then the structure of the PPC itself.
Also, we didn't mention one more thing, which is like you can like suggest you sell a specific product which is not that seen very often. It's something new, innovative, or something like that. You have to educate people first before you put PPC, because no one is gonna search for it. Like you're innovating something which is new. You have to educate them, like with sports and brands or traffic, with, not on Amazon, but like from Facebook or your website or from something else or a YouTube video. You first have to educate people on this product and then run PPC through Amazon when you got the clicks and everything. Now people know about your product. Like, for example, if someone creates something different and new and doesn't have even a category on Amazon, if even if it has, if the category is not like you're only 10 people selling it, you have to bring traffic from outside. That's one of the main things. Or you have to choose another target to target for this specific product.
Yeah, it's an interesting point. I think also can be used in this case if you bring something new, if it's an alternative to something old. So you can capitalize on the keywords. I'm talking more for Google now, but maybe on Amazon as well. But for example, let's say there's some product. Oh, okay. So I'll take my own product. Like we have grill brush. Okay, that's a grill cleaning product. So let's say we start educating about an alternative to a grill brush that also achieves similar results of grill cleaning. We can rank for grill brush, but add alternative to that. And then we can try with PPC or even with organic content to educate people, again, that there is an alternative. And step by step, education will kick in. More people will know if it's a good solution. They'll hopefully going to speak about it. And there's a good book, maybe, I don't know, you guys, it's called Propaganda by Edward Bernays, I think. So give this idea, like, can go deeper into that general idea of educating through propaganda, basically, kind of thing. And what is propaganda? It's a bit a scary word if you know, because it was so much used maybe during, but it's just actually not really. It's just partially education as well of something new or some idea you want to bring in. So interesting point, man, that you mentioned there with the new products. Totally. Anything else before we wrap up the video, guys, for Amazon PPC not working? So we kind of
cover the main topics.
I think one more thing that just popped into my head. A lot of people, also what we have seen from our practice, is they go into, let's say, top of search only. They bid a lot for top of search, and their product just isn't at that stage. You know, you're competing with people with a lot more reviews. You don't have so much reviews. You're not competitive with the price, and there is no point in you being there if you're just gonna spend a lot of money being there. If you're not sure that your product is gonna sell, first test it out with the rest of search, build up some reviews, build up some confidence. Maybe when you make some more sales, your manufacturing costs will drop, you know, with more quantity. And after that, when you are sure of it, then you can go in top of search and dominate there, because I don't think for the beginners it's something that they should look into, but a lot of people are doing it.
Pretty cool. Thanks for like a practical tip for PPC itself. Also, I thought of something kind of back to what Kris said about like education. So let's say, again, we have a new type of grill cleaner that people don't know about yet. So we can try, again, that's more for Google. We can educate with articles, with videos, like how to clean a grill. People can just start from that. They don't know about the solutions yet. They just want to know how to fix the problem. And in these articles, we can add.
You can put it like a video, and it's like, do you know the pizza which grabs the pizza and slides it on the top? It made a huge impressions because no one was searching like, how can I scoop something without spilling it, or scoop a pizza and put it in an oven. It's like a scooping tool.
Scooping is like, let's say we have a pizza. Let me try to see if I understand. There's a pizza, ready pizza or not ready?
Not ready, raw. Like
not
the
ready.
dough, you have to pull it, and it goes everywhere. It maybe breaks somewhere.
Yes,
this helps
correct.
you not break it and everything.
Okay,
like that.
I understand.
And
For
place
preparation.
it even if you spill like Coca-Cola or water on your table, you can scoop it, and it's not gonna spill everywhere. This is like the product, and
Okay.
they first educated the people how it works, how it's done, how you can do it, and after that, it was all over Amazon. It was all over their websites and everywhere, and people were like, it would take hype. We call this hype. First, you make the hype, then you sell the product.
Correct. And then the people maybe go and search for it on Amazon. But yeah, education, and we maybe even create hype around something. If we want to promote it, we just, start editing videos, blog content. Maybe the founders can speak about the product. That's another cool way of even making sales on Amazon, sometimes getting out of the shadows and just starting even with your own Facebook friends can generate actually some initial sales this way as well. But I guess maybe it's a little bit, it's not off topic, actually. It's still connected. It's more like tips on how to make the Amazon PPC work eventually. So yeah, I think unless anything else pops into your mind, guys, because it's been interesting. And if not, we'll just have the links in the description for everything. And yeah.
Again, a lot of case studies like the thing at the moment.
But we try to make it more, general things to look at, because we're gonna do a different video with you with more in-depth, let's say, tricks from our work that we used and we tried and are working, a little bit more advanced stuff.
Cool.
So, yeah.
All right. So hopefully this video was helpful. We're going to, in the description, have the link to the agency of Kris and Adrian, and also their Amazon PPC automation software. There's discounts, free trial, all the good stuff. All the other videos are going to be linked in the description if you want to watch more of our content. And thank you for watching.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
See you again.
Thank you guys as well for coming. Thank you.